4.
Part 4. Betty White.
Betty White was on so many different ones and everything, so she could...
Dick Clark with Pyramid. I actually found an episode of Pyramid he did in the early run of the show in like the early 70s. And it was one of those, it was the longest game ever.
Oh, yeah?
Long. It took the whole show just to get one game through. Or almost the entire show. They couldn't even finish the show.
Yeah.
It was still going. And actually, I found an episode of Pyramid from like 1982 or 83 where Michael J. Fox was a panelist on the show.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of good guest stars on Pyramid.
Oh, definitely. And they still have good guest stars. Michael Strahan got a lot of good guest stars on his version.
But Pyramid progressed. Didn't it start out like the $10,000?
It started at $10,000 and then worked its way all the way up to $100,000.
Yeah.
And actually, in the late 2000s, they did a pilot where they would give away $1 million.
Yeah. I remember when they did the pilot on the $1 Million Pyramid. That was a big show.
$1 million?
Yep.
That, ooh.
Yep. What was that game show that Regis Philbin did?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah, that was a good format.
That was a great format. Tom Kennedy later remarked he loved that show though too, but he said ABC beat it to death. They ran it so much it just really the novelty wore off so fast.
Right. But yeah, you could call a friend. You had those other options you could take. Yeah, that was a good format for a show.
The one game show format of that era I really liked that never got the credit it deserved was Greed. It was a show Chuck Woolery did. It was a team of people, 6 people, and you're competing for $2 million in cash. And it depends on how greedy you are. If you know the questions, you work your way up. If you get it wrong, you're gone. But you have a chance to knock your opponent off and take their share of the winnings. And it was big money. Big. But that was a really good show. Like they asked one time, though, too, what was the game show that was based on Wheel of Fortune, though, too? And they asked the question, and the answer, the contestant got wrong. The captain, who pretty much runs the show, said, I think it's Wheel of Fortune there, Pat. And Chuck in the audience goes, ooh. And Chuck decides to ad-lib. And he pulls out a card and he goes, I'd like to take my freebie now. Eliminates one contestant. And he just goes on this little 30-second rant, which was hilariously funny.
Yeah.